What I do, and welcome to Lunchtime Detroit Lions Talk, presented by Lions Nation Unite. Man, it's finally Victory Monday right here on the show. We can't believe it, man. We're back from our hiatus, you know what I'm saying? We'll get into that a little bit later. But, now it's time to bring in, you know who he is. The ladies love him. My man, LL Cool Tones. What's up, my dude?
Good morning, and welcome back on this Victory Monday, Proud Nation.
We got to bring in who?
Coach Jones. Who is Coach Mike Jones? What's going on, Lion fans?
Let's get this thing started.
Right now.
Let go.
It's Detroit Lions Talk, baby.
We're going to get up, and on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off.
Yes, sir. We in the deep.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. We're going to kick this Victory Monday off by shooting it over to my main man, Curt.
Hey, what's going on, Lions fans? You know how we do it. It's Victory Monday. I'm rocking my 14. Now, this 14 is not I say Brown. This is my Curt Steele jersey. But, I got to honor the young rookie for doing his thing, catching that touchdown at the end of the game, boy. I don't know about y'all, man. It was a roller coaster of emotions the whole game. We're up 20-6 at half. I'm like, yeah. And then next, I'm like, oh, Lord, here we go. Damn again. I just couldn't believe it. But I know we all had our thoughts on the game, but hey, they pulled a cardiac kittens out of the woodwork, man. Driving that. And I thought about, I think they should let them score. If you let them score right now, you got a chance to go down the field. And I was like, don't stop them. Just let them score the dang touchdown so we can at least have a chance to get down and score. And lo and behold, I don't think they tried to let them. I don't think they tried to let them score. I think that Justin Jefferson was just killing us.
Right.
But it was hey, however it got done, it got done. What do you guys think about? Now I'm gonna kick it to Mike, because Mike, you was there. You were sitting right there in front of the final touchdown, man. How was that at Ford Field?
Man, that man, I ain't never seen Ford Field go crazy like that. I mean, at all. And the cameraman, OMG_Lions, he was going nuts. Like, I don't know if that's me. That's me. But I couldn't believe it, man. And it was good, man. It was a good moment. I think everybody and their mama was high-fiving and going crazy. I think the dude behind me, he's like, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it was good, man. It was real good, man. So I'm happy for the Lions, man. I'm really happy for the Lions. They deserved it. Who thought that Jared Goff would take him down on the last touchdown scoring drive? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I never would have thought that. So, hey, shouts out to Jared Goff.
Yeah.
Man, let me tell y'all something about Jared Goff. I had just texted to my homies, like, man, if Jared Goff ever played this, because I wanted us to win. Mm-hmm. So, like, if Jared Goff played this good again, we need to cut him before we start winning more games. but that's when as soon as I text that, my homie takes back interception. My stream is always a little bit late, as you know, mm-hmm. Curt, I'll be in the little chat or whatever. It was as soon as I text that, he said, pick. I'm like, what? And then boom, right on my screen, like, man, I said I'd never say nothing nice about Jared Goff again. But I just, I'm glad that we actually were able to get this win. That was a nice one. Like you guys said, our last second win, that was, it was interesting. It made it interesting, gave us something to watch, stick around to watch the end for it. And it ended up being for us this time, man. It's been so many times we've been right at that moment, and it went the exact opposite for us. So I'm glad you were actually able to pull this one out.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, it's just been a crazy time in Detroit. We're gonna get to the ups and downs of the game when we break down the offense and defense. But the Lions, congratulations, man! Congratulations to the fan base for those who stayed. You know what I'm saying? We gotta, and be loyal. We really gonna enjoy this Victory Monday. And it happened to come against the Vikings, the division rival. So I'm really loving that. I had a partner, he texted me, he was like, man, there you go. He said, hopefully that victory can cause Zimmer to get fired. So that's what they said there. Yeah, but I digress. All right, so if you like the video, we're on that march to 4,000. Please go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. We got you right here covered for your Detroit Lions news and rumors right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. But go ahead and click the subscribe button. And, you know, we need you right here. So like I told you before, get on the bus, Gus, get on this train, Wayne, get on this ride, Clyde, and join us for that march to 4,000 subscribers. All right, so here is the family discussion topic for today. How did you feel for the win on Sunday? I mean, you know, it was just emotions. I was up in front of the TV with my hands, and my son probably scared the hell out of him because he was like, "What?" He was looking around. Not screaming, but that's how we get down. But hey, that's what happened. Now it's time to get into the offensive breakdown for the game. Let's kick it to my man LL Cool Torrance.
Well, offensively, I think we looked all right. You know, this was probably the best play calling game for Dan Campbell. You know, throughout the game, if you know, depending on which telecast, I don't know if there were multiple, let me say that part, but you know, they talk about that a lot. They you know how they do. They find something, they just keep repeating it, but they kept repeating the fact that, you know, how the offense has looked since Dan Campbell took over, but you know, it didn't really look like much before he did either. But you know, this is a good win for us. This is a good offensive day for us. We moved the ball. We were able to run it a little bit, not as well as as we've seen recently, but you know, we still were able to get some things going. Good to see Jamar Jefferson out there and back in that injury that he suffered a little while ago didn't keep him out that long. The return of big play, or I shouldn't even say big play, I messed it up. But the return of Hawkamania running wild on you, got a chance to get in the end zone. My guy, Curt's guy, but you know, our guy, the Sun God with the big late touchdown, man. That was beautiful. But I like that Jared Goff actually went down the field this week. The ball was thrown further down the field than we've seen, at least that I've seen recently. Offensive line looked good. Panay Sewell was out there pushing people around. A couple one. If I got us, well, we'll get to the negative part when we get there, but. Taylor Decker, you know, he jumping and doing some other stuff, but overall, offensively, pretty good day, and we were able to get out there, pull out the big win.
Yeah, definitely. It was just a good offensive game plan. I think we had some faux pas, you know what I'm saying? I know Mike want to jump on this. So, Mike, I know you got a little rant of faux pas on the offensive side of the ball. Go ahead, dude.
Yeah. First off, I just want to say that was a pretty good game overall by the offense. It was more passing than running. Surprised about that. And I just want to say, Panay Sewell, I seen him on one play. He had that left defensive end, and he just pushed him down, and dude fell down. like you know what I'm saying? Like he got in that pass set, he did his kick step, you know what I'm saying? And dude fell down. That was the end of that. But man, listen. Okay, I'm gonna try to say this as nice as I can. Dan Campbell, if you do that again, I'm gonna punch you in the mouth. Okay, and you know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, it's 4th and 1 on the 28. Okay, not the 28 going to score, but the 28 all the way down there, and we up 2 points. I think we was up 23-21, and he didn't kick it. He did not punt the ball, man, And man, I never wanted to wring Dan Campbell's neck in my whole life. I've been his biggest supporter. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've been, man, you know, I like the macho-ness he done brought to the D, how he got everybody feeling confident. You know what I'm saying? That just, like they said, this don't feel like an 0-16, 0-17 team. Man, Dan Campbell, if you do that again, man, Sheila gonna have to sit you down in the office like, look, bro, you got one more time to do some more shit. Because I didn't like that at all, man. Like I understand what he was doing, but you gotta have better sense and know the situation of the game, man. So yeah man.
And I equated to this, man. I know what he was doing. He was trying to instill the confidence in the offense into his players and say, you know, I believe in you to go and do this. But here's what's going on in Detroit right now, and you know, and I can make it real quick. So basically, we had a saying in the Army, it's a difference between being a corporal and a sergeant. So just like working at a corporate job or any other job, it's a difference between being the assistant manager and being the manager, right? The assistant manager, he helps with schedules, right? But the manager, he does everything overall for that store, or the general manager. So he does the schedules, he does the payroll. That's a difference between doing that and being in charge, right? So it's different between being the acting guy and being the actual guy. You look at this guy, top to bottom in this organization, you got a whole bunch of people who were going from being the acting person to being the real person, and they got to learn, and they're all learning together. You look at the position coaches, first time, for Anthony Lynn, you got Aaron Glenn being a first-time defensive coordinator. You got even Aubrey Pleasant, first time being the secondary coach. So you got these guys from top to bottom. Brad Holmes being the first time as being a GM. Sheila Ford-Hemp, first time being an owner. She helped her mama out, but she was never in charge. So all of these people are they having to learn this crap on the job. And that's what we're having right now in Detroit. So you got a whole bunch of people learning on the job together. You know what I'm saying? So they all learning. So they're gonna get it. I believe they're gonna get it. They're gonna get it together. You know, and this is the perfect year to kind of get it together. They can make a whole bunch of mistakes because it's not really expected for them to do a whole bunch this year. And that's what I see with Dan Campbell and a lot of mistakes they're making right now, because they're all just kind of really just learning. So hey, you guys kind of take that with a grain of salt. But let's go over to the defensive side of the ball, Mike. How did the defense fare? How did you see what's going on?
You know what, man? The defense actually played a solid game, man. They did. They played a solid game. And you know what? Who I really got to give? I want to give two big shout outs. And first one is to Julian Okoro, because he was actually I want to give three shout outs. Julian Okoro, man, because he was in tune. I think he found his niche. He was in tune to that game. He's athletic. That guy's athletic. I seen the plays that, man, I seen the field, he's athletic. He can move around. Then the second one is milk carton man, Austin Bryant. Hey, Austin Bryant is healthy. That man is healthy and he can play.
A little bit.
Yeah. So I'm glad we was patient. We was patient on that. But you know who I want to give a shout out to, and who, he gave up some big plays. But I gotta give a shout out to Amani Warrior, because even though Justin Jefferson did, he did break free a couple of times. I don't know if I know this, but they had Amani Warrior playing press coverage or 3 yards off the ball with a safety bracket over top. And he had to do that to Justin Jefferson the whole entire game. The whole entire game, Amani Warrior was face-to-face with Justin Jefferson. And that's rough, man. You gonna give up some plays, man, because Justin Jefferson, that dude is good, right? I think he's a top. He's a top. Yeah. So I want to give Amani Warrior a shout out, man, because that was a tough task that Aaron Glenn set on him to do, and he did it, man. So with his stumbles, but he did it. So yeah,
definitely. Right. I look at the defense. I was like, they did decent in the run game. I like the fact that they could stop them when they, we didn't have a really big out the gate run. And what's his name? Alexander Madison ate us up last time. He didn't have as many yards as he did in the prior game. So I look at that run defense, and I'm looking at my man Derek Barnes, man. Derek Barnes still stepping it up. He was making some big plays. I like Derek Barnes, but overall the defense played enough to win. It was solid. You got some, mistakes. They're still young. Like I said, they're trying to go from assistant manager to the manager. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to go from flipping fries to writing checks. So, it's one of those things. But shout out to the defense, man.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
But man. Hey, why don't y'all go hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We on that march to 4,000, man. Come on, help us out. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get there, man. We on that march. We on that march.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, you can check us out over there at Lions Nation Unite. We had fun yesterday in the chat. I'm a black whaler. I'm behind a little bit. Sometimes I kind of drop off the chat because I'm so far behind in the game. But go over there and check us out at Lions Nation Unite. We're already over there, and then if you want more content from us, go over to DetroitLionsOnTheProwl.com. And while you're there, click on the link for LionsOnTheProwlShop.com to get yourself some Prowl Nation gear. It's still over there, baby. So go over and check that thing out. Now it's time for the Boss Up ball out players of the game for the offensive side of the ball. You know I got the 14 on. Boss up, my man. Amon-Ra St. Brown. That Jew had 10 catches, 86 yards, and the winning touchdown for the game. Honorable shout out to my man Hawkinson. He was doing his thing. He was killing it as well. And, you know, Brock Wright shining a little bright like a diamond out there, you know what I'm saying, with his touchdown catch. On the defensive side of the ball, who got to beat Julian Okwara, my man. He did his thing, you know what I'm saying, got the big turnover. You know how we do it. So he did his thing, and then Derek Barnes was holding it down. Had to step up, you know what I'm saying. Jerm was out for the game. Reeves, man, was, you know, on the shelf. So the young rookie was out there making plays, blowing up some runs, just overall making some big plays on the defensive side of the ball. Balled on players of the game. I know you like them, man, but it's two guys in the secondary. Will Harris was just looking lost out there, man, trying to cover, man, especially when they put Jefferson in the slot and they moved him over there in that game when a touchdown. The touchdown before that where Justin Jefferson scored, that was Will Harris looking around like, where's my mama? So he was out there. he got balled on. He did it. He tried his hardest, man, but Justin Jefferson had almost 200 yards receiving yesterday. It was a very quiet 200 yards, but but when Adam Thielen went down, I mean, that's where the ball went the most at the majority of the game. He did his best. He tried, but those linebackers, man, with Derek Barnes and even Anzalone making that big play, breaking up some passes and stuff. So they held their own. That was about the balled out and balled on players. On the offensive side of the ball, and I had to say this, for balled on, Jared Goff for 2 plays. Because the rest of the play good.
Oh,
he get 2 plays for the ball on. One, the 4th down where he just coughed the ball up. We shouldn't run that play at all. But then trying to be overconfident. I know you're having a good day passing the ball, dude, but there's no way in hell he should have tried to fit that ball into Hawkinson through that plate, man.
He was feeling himself.
He was smelling himself, man. Hey, sometimes you got to smell it to show your stuff is stinking, and that pass was definitely stinking. All that. But those are the bossed up, balled on players, bossed up, balled out players of the game, and balled on players, man. But it was good. And I know Dan Campbell gets that ball on, man. You can't make that. You cannot call that play. You got to punt the ball, man. You got one of the best punters in the league back there. You send his behind back there and you pin them deep because you know he can do it. So that's what we got right here. Now, let's take this opportunity, right? So we usually zip our lip and go to the comment cards. But the last show we did here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl was a tribute show to Jim. So, and it wouldn't be fair for us to read all of the comment cards from that. What we're going to do right now, we're going to sit down. We're going to take a time to thank you. Thank you for reaching out to us, you know, individually or just collectively, coming and viewing the tribute show to Jim Bordeaux. And it was a great, great honor to do that. And it was one of those things where we're going to try to honor his memory right here on the show by keeping it going. We're going to keep this thing rolling. We're going to keep this thing rocking in memory of Jim. So you rocking with us. You still rocking with Jim because Jim is right here in our hearts and our prayers. And we got that win yesterday was from Jim. Jim sent us that win yesterday. So thank you, everyone. Go ahead, LL. You know, give a shout out to the Proud Nation.
Man, thank everybody out there. I didn't go back to read the comments because I was crying on the tribute and I didn't want to see nobody talking about me crying. But thank everybody for, who tuned in. Just thank everybody who felt something about Jim, man. You already know that was our guy. You know how he felt about the Lions. And it make it a little bit more sad, but it make it, that much more sweeter. Even though he was gone, we were able to get that win for him. So just like Curt said, it's an old people saying, I don't want to say old black folks saying, but anything like this, they're like, oh, that was that old Jim. Jim sick that one down for us. So shout out, word to my man Jim. Thank you for the big win, but thank you for everybody out there for the support, man. You already know. It's good to just see exactly how much Jim meant to so many people, and that's all I could ever say is thank you for opportunity to help, get this to where, he wanted it to go.
Yeah, man. I want to say, man, it's a big shout out to everybody in Lions Nation, One Pride Nation, man. It was beautiful to see everybody come together for the honor gym, from the people on the live to the comment cards, man. Because one thing Jim was about, man, he was always about the people, right? He was always about bringing everybody in and bringing everybody together, and man, and that was just a beautiful thing, man, to see everybody coming together to basically to honor him, man. That's what he would have wanted. That was perfect. He wouldn't have wanted nothing more, nothing less than everybody to come together, to sit down on one live, to, you know what I'm saying, for all the fans to react, and because he was always into fan interaction, man. That was one thing Jim was really about, was fan interaction, man. So shout out, man. Yeah, man. That was amazing.
Yeah, definitely. And thank you to Val for allowing us to continue this show.
Thanks,
shout out to
Val.
Val, you know what I'm saying?
Thank
She
you,
said
Val.
that was one of his things. He always said, told Val, keep the show going as long as you can. And that's what we're going to do right here. We're going to rock this thing till the wheels fall off. So you know how we do it. Now it's time for, it is Dessert with your man Curt, brought to you by Delightful Bites, custom cookies and desserts for any occasion. The football special still going on. You get 4 helmets, 4 logos, and 4 footballs from your favorite team for $35. Go over to the Facebook.com and check out Delightful Bites, or you can email her at delightfulbites18 at gmail.com. The link is in the description. Definitely go over and check that out. So the Delightful Bites Dessert with your man Curt for today is, it was almost exactly 1 year for this Victory Monday. 1 year ago is when we had our last Victory Monday, and I am so much enjoying it right now. We got a Victory Monday right here 1 year ago today. It's almost to the day, and I'm loving that fact that we get a chance to celebrate that. And it's for us on this panel, we're Michigan fans, and we get a double Victory Monday because we got that Big Ten championship, baby. We going to the college football playoffs, and we gonna hold it down. That's what we do right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Shout out to the Wolverines. Shout out to my man Jim Harbaugh for doing his thing and getting that victory, that monkey off his back, beating Ohio State. So shout out to our Wolverines for getting that Big Ten in a devastating, dominating fashion.
Yeah.
42-3. That was just nasty. But that is your dessert with your man Curt, brought to you by Delightful Bites. Delightful Bites. Get your cookie on. Now it's time to take that stroll on over to the Wall of Fame. Hey, for our bronze members, we got my man Detroit Drew, always holding it down. Shano Insano, I love that name. And Everything King is definitely holding it down. For our silver members, we got Noma's J, who always holds us down. Cap Ice Cold. And we got a new one. Shannon Peck is a new silver member. Shout out to Shannon Peck for joining that silver members. For our gold members, we got Mr. Reliable Michael Huck. Turner C. Burley, man, shout out to and prayers to Turner C. Burley, who recently suffered a stroke. Man, he's recovered 100%. He's got all of his speech back, his faculties. So shout out to Turner C. Burley and healing. You know what I'm saying? Hey, God is on that, definitely on your side right there, my dude. And we got Mr. Rough and Raw himself, North End Ken, and we got the Dr. Detroit. He is always in. To become a member of the Wall of Fame, click the Join Now button in the descriptions. Now it's time for final thoughts. What you got, my man, Mike?
Yeah, man. After that emotional game, man, I just want to say to Lions fans, I know, a lot of you might not understand what's going on in Detroit. We're doing an overhaul, right? I know people see the 10-1, now we won 10-1. People see that, but you got to realize that Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes are doing one thing. They're letting these young pups play, get that experience in, and see what we got when we go to the next draft, right? That's the whole reason for Brock Wright even playing and not Darren Phillips, right? That's the whole reason for Jamie Collins being gone and Derek Barnes being in. Like we're doing this to get these young players to play, and I've never seen that happen in all of Detroit. I always see coaches trying to salvage whoever they can to try to put some wins out there. And they're not worried about how many wins. They just want to develop these young pups, develop them, and let them play. And whatever wins and loss comes, it comes. And I salute Brad Holmes, Dan Campbell, John Dorsey, Ray Agnew, Aubrey Put, all of them, man. Hey, that's a brave move, man. So shout out to them, man.
Yeah. Final thoughts on this. Once again, Victory Monday. Shout out to the Lions, man. Thanks for the big victory. I've been saying for a while, at least, it went from 10, maybe 11 wins to at least don't go. We can't lose 16 because I don't want to be the first team to lose 16 twice. But so we won't do that this time. So shout out to the Lions for that. And to piggyback on what Coach Mike just said. A lot of teams, they bad not on purpose, like they bad just by being bad. We kind of bad on purpose this time around. So, and as I said as a joke last night, like, man, we trying to be number one, and that's just me, number one with the number one draft pick. So, however it goes, number one in the league or number one in the draft order, I'm fine with it. So, shout out to the Lions, man. Shout out to the fans, and once again, thank you, Jim, for that win, man. He shut that down.
Yeah, definitely. All right, yeah. Like Mike said, this is to kind of piggyback on that. You got the young players, and I forgot to mention them. Jerry Jacobs out there balling, even went out for a minute in the game and then came back in. Yeah. I love what's going on in Detroit right now because you're going to cultivate the young talent into being good players, and you're not gonna have to go out and spend money on big name free agents because you're gonna cultivate the young talent you got on your team, and then you can add a free agent here and there, but you don't have to do it because you're gonna build the guys you got up on the roster. So shout out to the head trust right now in Detroit for doing their thing. Yeah. But hey, you know what I'm saying? It's always good right here to be with the family right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. I always got to have a motivational message for the team. And definitely it is one of those things where it says, together we are a great team, and with having trust, respect, and understanding for each other, in the end, success will be ours. And that's what happened yesterday, baby. That's what happened in the team. So, it's Monday. The grind starts today. So, and we enjoy bringing you this lunchtime content right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. So I need you to do this get this napkin. You know what I'm saying? Get the crumbs off your face, finish that drink and get back to work, baby. And whatever you do in life, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For my fellas, LL and Mike, this is Curt Steele, and we will holler at you real soon. We love you, Jim.